Bueno, entonces te llamo y así te queda mi número.
Claro.
Bueno, gracias por subir.
Gracias por invitarme a subir.
Chao.
Veo.
Do you ever wonder about the people you met only once? Maybe a quick date or a passing encounter? Do you ever think about what could have been if you two had spent more time together? If circumstances were different? If you had just talked a little bit more? End of Century is a movie about those what ifs. I first saw this movie about five years ago, and I liked it then, but I didn't remember much about it. Maybe I didn't give it the attention that it deserves. But watching it again recently, I was completely engrossed. I could finally see and feel the emotions that the movie was trying to convey. And in a way, there is a parallel between my experience of watching this movie and the characters Ocho and Javi, played by Juan Barberini and Remo Pujo. They meet when they are young, and then again 20 years later when they are very different people and they see life differently. And similarly, I watched the movie when I was a bit younger, and now that I watched it again, it made me look at it very differently. Before I go further, I have to mention one little hurdle that might trip you up. The director has kept the same actors for both the current and the 20-year ago timeline, and that's fine, but they haven't used any makeup or CGI to age or de-age them. So they look exactly the same in 1999 and 2019. It can be a bit confusing and might take you out of the moment at first. The only markers of time are things like smartphones and DSLR camera, a fridge, etc. I think a simple text prompt saying 1999 and 2019 might have been easier, but the director said this was a deliberate choice. He wanted to show how he perceives time, how we can be talking in the present while our minds are living in past or in a what if scenario. It's about how the characters perceive themselves rather than the logistics of aging. The movie is primarily from Ocho's perspective. He's a tourist in Barcelona, fresh out of a 20-year relationship. We see him doing touristy things like taking photos, going to the beach, scrolling through Grindr. He eventually finds Harvey. They lock eyes at the beach, and later Ocho sees him from across his balcony and seizes the opportunity. They hit it off immediately. There's a real chemistry here, along with the slight awkwardness of meeting someone new. But as they start to talk, they realize it's more than just a hookup. I really loved the 5 minute scene of them having wine on a rooftop, getting to know each other against the city skyline. It's a beautiful static shot, just Ocho and Harvey and their conversation. When Ocho says, I wish we had met sooner, Harvey says, we have. We then cut to 1999. Same city, same men, but they are different people with different dreams. They were younger at different crossroads in life. Both were closeted, but they still found a fleeting connection in the same streets and landscape. And speaking of landscape, I really love how Barcelona acts as a character itself in this movie. The streets, the museums, the building. There isn't much of a background score in this movie, but the city provides its own soundtrack, and even the books that Ocho reads provide some subtext. Like in 1999, he's reading the book Close to Knives by David Wojnarowicz, and there's a beautiful quote from the movie that comes up, which goes like this: Transition is always a relief. destination means death to me. If I could figure out a way to remain forever in transition, I could remain in a state of perpetual freedom. The contrast between who they were and who they are leads to a very poetic and achingly beautiful final act. It is so philosophical that the only way I can describe it is through the famous words by Urdu poet Mirza Ghalib. And the words are "Yun hota to kya hota," which loosely translates to "If it had happened like this, what would have happened?" Or it just means "What if?" It also reminded me of the beautiful lyrics of the title song from the movie "Yun hota to kya hota," which goes like "याद आ गए बीते हुए वो सारे पल जिन्हें हमने गुजारा साथ में." So that's how beautiful the final act is, that it made me think of something so poetic. And yeah, I won't really ruin it for you. It's a movie that needs to be experienced. I won't tell you what the final act is. But it's a beautiful movie, and once the movie is over, it will leave you with a sweet melancholy in your heart. And that will be for all the loves that could have been in your life. So please watch this movie. Take some time to reminisce about all the what ifs in your own life. It's a beautiful, underrated gem. That's all I had to say. Thanks a lot for listening and have a great day. Thank you.